Good morning friends. Today we will discuss about the law of dominance. Inheritance of biological features, genes follows law proposed by George Mendel in 1860 and working with pea plants, Mendel determined three laws. First law is law of dominance, second law of segregation, and third law of independent assortment. Out of these we discuss about the law of dominance. The law of dominance states that dominant alleles will always hide recessive alleles. The law of dominance says that when an organism is heterozygous for a tract, only the dominant alleles will produce phenotype. Dominant alleles are expressed in heterozygous, while recessive tracts are expressed only if the organism is homozygous for the recessive genes. This law of dominance is also called as law of principle of dominance. When parents with pure character traits are crossed together, only one form of tract appears in the next generation. The hybrid offsprings will exhibit only the dominant trait in phenotype. Traits, any characters that can be passed from parents to offsprings. Factors occurs in pair. Characters are controlled by discrete unit called as factor, and these factors occurs in pair. In a dissimilar pair, factor one member dominant and other one is recessive. In this pair, allelic pair, one character is dominant and one is recessive character. Law of dominance explains expression of only one of parental characters in monohybrid cross. In F1 generation, expression of both characters in F2 generation. It also explains in proportion of 3:1 in F1 generation. The ratio obtained in F2 generation is 3:1. For dominant characters, capital letters are used, where for recessive characters, corresponding small letters are used. The tallness are represented here. Tallness are represented by capital T. Capital T is indicates dominant character, and dwarf character is represented by small t, and this small letter indicates the recessive characters. Let us start with the F1 generation. Parents taken for F1 generation. Parents tall parents is crossed with dwarf parents. Genotype capital T, small t. Gametes here capital T from male parents and small t from female parents. When in F1 these two gametes are crossed, then heterozygous offspring is developed. But here T is for dominant characters and developed offspring is tall. But in heterozygous condition, in F1 generation, all the plants are tall like tall parents. All the offsprings are tall like tall parents. but their genetic composition genotype is different from that of tall parent plant. Here genotype of offspring is different from the tall parent plant. Thus genotype of F1 tall plants is capital T small t, while of parent tall genotype is capital T and capital T. Here genotypically parents and offsprings are different. Thus F1 plants contain both allelic factors, that is capital T and small t. Hence it is called as a hybrid or heterozygous. This F1 it is called as hybrid or heterozygous because two genes are present in F1 offspring, tall capital T and small t. In F2 generation, F1 is crossed with F1, self cross takes place, and in selfing method Mendel obtained the ratio 3:1. Drop two types of gametes were formed in F1 plant. Here parents from F1 generation capital T small t crossed with capital T small t. All are tall plants, but in heterozygous condition. Gametes, two types of gametes obtained from gametogenesis, capital T small t. These gametes from the male parents and these gametes from the female parents. Two types of gametes are obtained in this crossing. When these gametes F2 generation, both tall and drop plants appeared in the F2 generation. Easily illustrate with a Punnett square. The Punnett square used to help solve genetic problems. These gametes are interpreted in the Punnett square. Here male gametes capital T small t and female gametes capital T small t. Here these two gametes are fused. Genotype develop is capital T. Plants are tall and homozygous condition. Here capital T small t. These plants are also tall but in heterozygous condition. These two gametes fused, then genotype develops capital T small t. These are also tall but in heterozygous condition, and these two recessive gametes when fusion takes place, the offspring develop is recessive. This offspring is drop but in homozygous condition. In F2 generation, both tall and drop plants are developed and appeared in the ratio 3:1. These in F2 generation appeared result is 3:1. This is called as phenotypic ratio, and the external appearance of individual is called as phenotype. The genotypic ratio, here genotypic ratio is different, and this genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. One tall homozygous condition, two tall heterozygous condition, and one recessive in homozygous condition. The ratio obtained, genotypic ratio obtained is 1:2:1. It is in this ratio, one homozygous tall plant, two heterozygous tall plant, and one recessive drop plants. This is all about the law of Mendel's law of dominance. Thank you for watching the video.